Preet Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to congratulate the member for Erith and Thamesmead for securing this important debate. As I was considering my contribution to this debate, I was struck by a story I was recently told by a pupil of a local school in my constituency, leading me to focus my thoughts specifically on the provision of first aid training in schools. When visiting St Paul's Girls' School, I met one of the students who had recently witnessed a woman collapse in the street in front of her. And rather than panic, as I fear I and many of us in this room may have done, this young student displayed great maturity, helping the woman into the recovery position, whilst also applying pressure to a head wound she had sustained. As it turned out, the woman in question was a refugee who didn't speak any English, leaving her unable to explain what was happening to passers-by. By having the wherewithal and composure to carry out these actions, this student had helped save the life of a woman who had in fact suffered a heart attack. For her actions, the student was later given a richly deserved commendation by local emergency services. The student in question was only able to provide the life-saving assistance she did because she had studied first aid as part of her PSHE course at school, enabling her to recognise what was happening and implement vital assistance before the emergency services arrived. How many of us in this room could say that we too would be able to do the same? Would we be able to step in and offer that vital first response assistance until the professionals arrived? Thinking how terrible that situation was, or wishing there was someone there to help us. The Every Child a Lifesaver Coalition, made up of the British Red Cross, the British Heart Foundation and the St John Ambulance, are campaigning to make first aid a mandatory component of a new statutory PSHE curriculum, and I would like to offer them my wholehearted support. It isn't a big commitment, only 1 hour per year, just 1 hour per year, over the course of their time in school, could provide students with the essential skills, including CPR, that they need to save a life. The statistics are irrefutable. Only 5% of adults will feel knowledgeable, confident and willing to act in a first aid emergency, and over 30,000 out-of-hospital cardiac arrests occur in the UK every year, and less than 1 in 10 people survive. And most episodes, around 80% of out-of-hospital cardiac arrests, occur in the home, and the immediate initiation of CPR can double the chances of survival in some cases. Organisations such as those I mentioned earlier provide all the necessary tools with which to teach these vital skills, and it is up to us as legislators to give them that platform they need to impart their knowledge on today's students. But there are more than just the obvious life-saving benefits to students of statutory first aid training. First aid training develops leadership skills, decision-making, resilience and ability to cope with adversity, supporting personal development and employment skills. It can improve young people's life chances and empower them to step forward, take responsibility and provide a sense of contributing to the community within our shared society. It will also ensure universal access to this essential knowledge and life skill, improving health inequalities across all communities and at every socio-economic level. The Department for Education consultation on making PSHE, including first aid, compulsory is only open until the 12th of this month. So I hope that this debate will raise the profile of this important decision and will encourage as many as possible to take part in the consultation so as to ensure that more children are able to act as my constituent did and feel confident enough to step in and provide what could prove to be a life-saving assistance to a person in need. Thank you.